Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the CD guy, Johnny Z here. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of the new CDs I picked up. I had a huge rock and metal CD haul over this past weekend. Really excited to show it to you guys here today. Haven't done a big record store haul in a while. Visited Sound Exchange Records in Wayne, New Jersey. And yeah, like I said, had not made a big record store haul in a long time, so it was definitely in the mood to pick up quite a bit of CDs, and that's exactly what I did. Got a whole big box here of new additions here to my collection, but before I go through this box, first let's check out the store. Great inventory there for sure. I picked up a whole bunch of stuff from hard rock to heavy metal to prog as well. So, I guess first things first here, let's start with some new releases. I had been really behind picking up a lot of new releases that I wanted to buy this year. So I used this trip to the record store as an opportunity to buy a lot of new stuff released near the tail end of 2022 and throughout 2023. So with that said, some new arrivals here include Metal Church's new record, Congregation of Annihilation. Fantastic album. Happy to have it. Been looking forward to picking that one up for a long time. We have Phantomime, the new EP by Ghost, released a few months ago. Some great covers on here. I reviewed this for the channel. Definitely go and check it out. Also, this album right here, Scorched by Overkill. Great thrash metal record. Overkill outdo themselves here, in my opinion. Very happy to have it. We have the Lockdown Sessions by Roger Waters. This was recorded and released digitally towards the end of 2022, but was finally released as physical media, I believe earlier this month, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't even realize it was out yet, so I was thrilled when I found this here at the record store. Some really great re-recorded versions here of some classic Pink Floyd tracks that I really enjoy. Also here, we have Mammoth WVH and their second album, Mammoth 2. This just came out at the beginning of August. Definitely wanted to pick this one up. Really enjoyed the debut, so very happy to have it. I saw Wolfgang Van Halen live, opening for Metallica and Pantera a few weeks ago, and it was a great show, so that only made me want to buy this album more. And I just reviewed this album for the channel a couple days ago. Alice Cooper's new record, Road. Thrilled that Alice Cooper has new music out, and if you want to see my review of this new record here, I'll leave a link down in the comment section below. We had a lot of fun talking new Alice Cooper here, so picked it up a day after its release. Very happy to have this here. This is the deluxe CD DVD here, so it comes with the video live at Hellfest 2022. So pretty happy with that here. Alice's new album, Road, and last one here, Tomorrow Never Comes by Rancid. Also an album that I reviewed on the channel when it was released. This came out, I believe, the same day as the Foo Fighters record. So I didn't have the opportunity to pick it up at the same day, but great record. I finally have it in my collection. Fantastic stuff by Rancid, in my opinion. Their best album in years. I think the new Rancid record is a pretty good transition here into some punk rock, so definitely to pick up some punk stuff here at the store. Got Mondo Bizarro by the Ramones. I really enjoy this era of the Ramones here. I think it's pretty underrated, as is a lot of their 90s releases, so Mondo Bizarro, a lot of fun to listen to. Really enjoy it. Picked up a couple of Misfits things as well here. This is Legacy of Brutality, great compilation of some of the stuff from the Danzig era, and also American Psycho, released during the Michael Graves era of the Misfits here. Pretty underrated stuff. There's a lot of solid material on here, even though it's not top shelf Misfits. Had to have it for the collection here, just to be a completist as well. And again, there is some pretty fine material on here as well. So different period for the Misfits, but it does have some decent stuff on it that I enjoy. And also, had to pick this one up when I saw it. Never mind the bollocks here, the Sex Pistols. Great record. Obviously, it's a punk essential, and I had mentioned on the channel a few months ago that I needed to get this album ASAP, so was able to pick it up used here at the record store for a great deal, so really happy with that. Very happy to have it as well. Been a record that I've been wanting for the collection for quite a while. Picked up a few from David Bowie. We have Station to Station here. Great record, right? The title track, of course, is fantastic. An iconic album here by Bowie, released in '76. Also, live at Glastonbury 2000. Awesome live album here. It's a double album, right? Amazing set list. Just all classic Bowie material on here. And this was a pretty short-lived look for Bowie in the early 2000s, but I really enjoy all of his 21st century stuff. And this is a fantastic live album that I heard on Spotify prior to buying it. So great stuff. Very happy to have it. Going to be listening to this quite often. And last one here from Bowie, we have Tin Machine. Great side project by David Bowie, a supergroup, and probably the biggest hidden gem here from this record store haul. This is an album that, again, I've been wanting to pick up, so I'm really thrilled to have it here. How could I not pick this one up? Saw it, just had to have it. got it used for a pretty good deal, so very happy with that. Thrilled with some of the new additions to my Bowie collection, as I'm just kind of filling in gaps now in his discography. So with that in mind, 3 here from David Bowie, Station to Station, Live in Glastonbury 2000, and Tin Machine. 3 albums here from hair metal legends Dokken, some of their best stuff in my opinion, Under Lock and Key, great album. We have Back for the Attack, and also here Tooth and Nail. Arguably their 3 best records in my opinion, and I've been meaning to add to my Dokken collection, so very happy to have the, like I said, my favorite 3 albums of theirs to add to their discography that I have so far in my collection. And Don Dokken is releasing a new album, I believe in September. Not sure if I'm going to buy it yet, but it's definitely on my radar. Definitely want to hear it first, but no doubt these were the glory days of Dokken here, and like I said before, I think I have their 3 best albums here. Next up, we have Second Sighting by Frehley's Comet, the second solo album by Ace Frehley after his departure from Kiss. Great record in my opinion. Of course, to close things out here, we have The Acorn is Spinning, one of my personal favorite Ace Frehley tracks of all time. It's just hysterical. And speaking of hysterical, by the way, check out the new shirt. Actually, I'm a plumber. And if you get that reference, A+. A few quick ones here. We have Prequel by Ghost from 2016, Phantomime, not the only Ghost record I picked up at the record store. Also, Psalm 69 by Ministry, classic album by them. Can't wait for the new record coming out in March of 2024, so stay tuned. I'll definitely be reviewing that for the channel when it comes out. And I picked up Nightfall by Candlemass. Great second album here. I wanted to get their debut as well, but unfortunately they did not have it. Great addition to my doom metal collection. Candlemass, absolute doom metal legends, and this album is an essential. Also got the chance to pick up an album that, it's eluded me to this point. It's been really scarce and hard to find. That's Bananas by Deep Purple. In my opinion, a very underrated record from 2003. I really enjoy it personally. I know a lot of people kind of feel, middle of the road about this record. It's not great, but it's not bad either. It's just kind of mediocre. For me personally, I really enjoy this album and consider it to be, one of the most underrated records, but, for the longest time, could not find it. It was hard to find in any record store, right? It was expensive to find online, right? So, very difficult to find. I got this for $13 at the store. Was thrilled to find it. To be honest, I didn't think I was ever going to find this record, but really happy to finally have it in my collection because I've been looking for it for a few years. As you guys have seen before on the channel, I do have some Led Zeppelin on vinyl, but I realized I really didn't have much from Zeppelin in my CD collection, so picked up 2 here by Zeppelin at the store. Celebration Day from the O2 Arena from 2007, great live album. And Led Zeppelin 4, of course, a classic, right, from top to bottom. It's all incredible. So, 2 great releases here by Led Zeppelin that are going to make it for nice additions to the collection. Like I said, I have some of their stuff on vinyl, but was surprised to find I had so little in my CD collection from Zeppelin, so these are going to fit nicely with the ones I have already. Like I said at the top of the video, I did pick up some progressive rock and metal stuff as well here. So, when it comes to prog, I picked up Piper at the Gates of Dawn by Pink Floyd. Great debut album here, orchestrated by Syd Barrett, who was the band's thematic leader at the time, and I had previously only had a greatest hits collection from the Syd Barrett era because I figured that was all I needed, but I'm starting to warm up more and more to the early psychedelic stuff by Pink Floyd, and of course Piper at the Gates of Dawn, one of the best prog debuts of all time. Speaking of great prog debuts though, Gentle Giant and their debut album here, self-titled, is great. So is Acquiring the Taste. Got this 2-in-1 set here, digitally remastered of both albums, so very happy with that. As you guys know, if you follow my channel and some of my prog rock content that I've done, Gentle Giant, one of my favorite and most underrated prog bands of all time. So really happy to have these 2 great albums. How could I not pick it up? The Alan Parsons Project here. Great debut record here. Tales of Mystery and Imagination, right? Really creative stuff here, taking stories from Edgar Allan Poe and, really putting their spin on it. So I really enjoy this record. It's another great prog debut and definitely wanted to buy it as soon as I saw it. Got it used for a great deal. So thrilled with that. Discipline here by King Crimson. Of course, King Crimson, legends of prog rock, masters at reinventing themselves yet again here with Discipline. This great record, seeing the band take, an entirely different direction after coming back from hiatus. So this is another album that I've been looking for a long time. Very happy to add it to my King Crimson collection here with, some of my favorite albums of theirs that I already have in my collection. So thrilled with that. And one more here. This one is progressive metal. We have Tool and their debut record, Undertow. So I've slowly been adding to my Tool collection more and more. So really happy to have Undertow here. I think it's a great debut record here by the band from the early 90s and definitely fits in nicely with the albums I already have from them. So it's an absolute classic in my opinion, one of those important prog metal I should say, of the 90s. And I was able to pick it up here at the record store, also used, but great album here and got it for a pretty good deal. Fair Warning by Van Halen was a record that I had on vinyl, but I was surprised when I looked at my collection of my Van Halen stuff, and I did not have it on CD, so this is a must-have on CD. Even if you already have it on vinyl, pick it up on CD here. This is a remaster as well. I listened to it last night. It sounds great, of course, right? Some great tracks on here. Mean Street and Hear About It Later are two of my favorite VH songs of the David Lee Roth era, so an absolute must-have for my collection. And another must-have that I've really been looking forward to picking up for a while was American 4 by Johnny Cash. The Man Comes Around. The final album released in his lifetime, consisting mostly of covers on here, but I like Johnny Cash, right, but my favorite era of his career has got to be towards the end there when he was doing a lot of those really great covers, putting his spin on a lot of fantastic songs. So I really do love his work here on tracks like Hurt, Bridge Over Troubled Water, let's see here, Personal Jesus, In My Life, and We'll Meet Again. Great, great stuff here in my opinion. Some really fantastic work by Johnny Cash towards the end of his career, so an absolute must-have for me. Time for what came in the mail. Going to show you guys some new records that I recently got in the mail. So, not from this current record store haul that I'm showing you, but recently arrived, some new arrivals in my collection that I picked up on Amazon or through the mail, things like that. So, with that in mind, I have 3 here from Peter Criss that I really want to share with you guys because it's really cool. Out of Control by Peter Criss, his first solo record after leaving Kiss. We have Let Me Rock You as well, 2 fantastic albums, and 2 very hard-to-find albums as well. These are actually imports from Japan, so hard to find, but was able to track them down, even though it was, imported over from Japan. Finally have them in my collection, so very, very happy with that. And one more from Peter Criss, we have The Cat from 1994, the full album. So I previously had only owned the EP, Cat Number 1, but now I have the entire record here by Peter Criss. Very underrated stuff, in my opinion, so really happy to have it and definitely wanted to share this with you guys. It's really cool stuff to have 3 Peter Criss solo records in my collection. Last one here from the mail, we have Backtracks by AC/DC. Killer box set, of course. You can see behind me, I do have Bonfire, so this was really one of the last things I needed left from AC/DC to fill out my collection. Backtracks, an amazing box set of studio rarities, got some live rarities, and then, of course, the Family Jewels DVD as well. A lot of great music videos on there, so thrilled to have it. It's a must-have for any AC/DC fan, in my opinion, and finally have my hands on it. Backtracks, just a killer box set that really thrilled to own, just like with the rest of these records here. Great acquisitions, in my opinion, that I'm excited to add to my collection. So that wraps up this video, sharing with you guys my latest record store haul. You know, most people go to the record store and they leave with a bag. I got a big box, a big fat box full of CDs here. Very happy with my purchases and hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel down below, turn on the bell for notifications, be notified of a new upload, and let me know down in the comment section below what are some new records that you've recently picked up at the record store, and would you be interested in me doing more of these record store haul updates in the future? I want to hear from you, so please let me know all that good stuff down in the comments, and until next time, it's the CD guy, Johnny Z, signing off. Take care, everybody.